doesn't look that comfortable. Oh wait, are they sleeping here? I'm not quite sure. Yes. Oh, Dr. Chuckwas. She's here, and there's nobody. Okay. So where's the rest of the crew? I think we have to check. Yes, the elevator. Okay. Yes. Loading. Yeah, they're all here. Okay. Yes, you're this. Oh, curious.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander.
You're welcome.
Working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
How did he knew?
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
It's true, but it's not that bad, I think. I mean, we need rules. We need rules as a society.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
Okay, that was his reason.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Yes, I know. It's hard to leave something that you like, that you're used to, and then you have to because, as in Garrett's case, the roots are here, are stopping him from doing his work. That's, yeah, it's not that easy.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
It depends. I mean, I'm his commander. Well, I know him through the following parts of Mass Effect, and I know he's a good guy, but yes, he has to follow my rules.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Yes, I'm not going to be that hot all the time to Garrus. Just to make it clear for the beginning.
Commander, good to see you.
Ah, thanks, you're done talking. Okay. Ooh, I can equip all of them. Ah, yeah. One is missing. Okay, Ashley.
Commander?
Oh, yes. We just ask how she's doing.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
that we could have saved more. Yes, I wish it too.
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
But how should they know? I mean, it's not usual to get this, well, hell of a ship with the Geth on it, on this little unimportant planet. So she shouldn't blame herself.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise. They don't even breathe.
They have flashlight heads, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Okay.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Okay, as you like.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Equipment. We can have a look. But later. First we talk to Rex.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard.
Thanks.
What can I do for you?
Just some personal inquiry. Personal inquiry.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Come on. Just a little one. I know you have a story.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Interesting definition of fun? But not for us.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
Oh, it isn't? Wait. The Turians tried to use another genophage on the humans? Oh. That's not good.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Yeah, okay, we totally see his point.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Okay, we have to ask.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
So let's talk more about the genophage. I have to learn to pronounce it rightly. Correctly.
Tell me about the genophage.
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
That's so bad.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Well, that's in their nature, I think.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
And so?
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Yes, and so they're not the best. They don't have the best future, I think.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Oh, that sounded a little bit sad. But no, he's a Krogan, he's a warrior, he don't have feelings. Adams.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Okay. And I think that's bothering him.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do.
Yes.
She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
She's useful? No, she's more than that.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
Yes.
You got an eye for talent, Commander. But I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Well, I'm just came down here for chatting. Yeah, stealth system.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up. Unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Not the best way to die. But... okay, so it seems like we're nearly invincible. Invisible. Not invincible. Invisible. As a ship. But are we invisible?
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
The FTL what?
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Ooh, that's good. Come on, first the technical questions and then the personal questions.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Oh, a new drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
That's good, I think. And that's enough technique for today.
Where else have you served, Adams?
You name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Okay, and that's it. So, thanks.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
And now we can talk to Tali.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Yes. Well, not all are that advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
And she's interested in ships.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the get.
That was 300 years ago. Ooh. That's a long time ago. I mean, just... Well, think about it. Where was the humanity 300 years ago? We were in the, well, Middle Age? No, not Middle Age. Medieval. Well, last parts of the... No, not even medieval, but yeah. Electricity? Nobody knew. That's great.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Oh, come on. First, we ask about the pilgrimage.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
But what if the gift is not accepted? What happens then?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
But, well, yeah. The pilgrimage could also be dangerous. I mean, we are in space. There can happen anything.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Okay, but we can also talk about other topics.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Like the Quarians in general.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Okay, like what?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If
yeah.
our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Conclave?
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.